Hey guys, today I'm going to be going over NKLA Corporation. Now, if you don't know what NKLA Motors is, this is a company that's been claiming that it has a vehicle that it's coming out with which is many more times better than Tesla. Now, this news and its merger with VTIQ has caused the stock to go up drastically at a maximum of about 600%. So today I'm going to be going over whether this company has anything that's real or if the whole company is basically just a fraud. So starting off on the website, as soon as you get on here, you're greeted with NKLA World 2020 ticket options. Now, this is pure speculation. This is based on nothing, but so is NKLA Motors. So anyways, getting into this, they say that you can either pre-order vehicle or purchase tickets. And so this is basically suggesting that when you pre-order a vehicle, you're going to get NKLA World 2020 tickets. So the reason I bring this up is because for pre-ordering the NKLA Badger, it used to be free until they made it for the smallest package $250, then $1,000, then $5,000. And this was because it used to be free, which brought in a fake revenue, I guess. So it looked like they were selling a bunch of cars, even though pre-orders were fake, so you could pre-order trillions of dollars and not have to pay a single thing. But anyways, getting back on track, basically what I'm getting to is that I don't know if this would hold up in the court of law, but maybe they could argue that they're not going to refund pre-orders because in the cost was the tickets for NKLA World 2020, so they could keep part of the actual revenue. They could keep a part of the profit. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now, the next thing I want to bring up is that this company has 7 different things that they're wanting to work on, and none of these things are on the market. So we've got the NKLA 1, NKLA 2, NKLA Tree, and the NKLA Badger for car trucks, and then for power sports, we have NKLA NZT and the Reckless, these 2 off-road vehicles, and then we've got the NKLA WAV, which is a jet ski. Now, the reason I bring this up is because when Tesla's releasing a car, they only have one car that you can pre-order. They're usually working on one car, and this is because these are things that can't be designed in, I don't know, less than a year. These are things that have to have a bunch of people working behind them. They need engineers that are finding out this new technology, especially when it comes to NKLA. They're trying to bring new technology with electric vehicles and hydrogen batteries. So this is important because also a lot of experts have said this is not possible. We'll get to that. But mainly what I'm saying is that they're taking on 7 more times the work than what Tesla usually does. And this basically means that I highly doubt that they're going to be able to come out with anything unless they just focus on a single vehicle, because the only thing that's harder than making a single vehicle is making 7 of them. So that's where a lot of my doubts come in, and that they literally have nothing. There's nothing to actually back up any of their claims or it's all renders. So another thing that they talk about is their charging place. Now, in an interview, Trevor Milton, the founder of NKLA, which is a knockoff of Nikola Tesla's name, so very creative. But anyways, their energy company, they said it was going to cost much cheaper than electric charging. And looking at it, experts said that it would cost much more, in the upwards of $5 to $10 million to build a thing like this rather than what he was suggesting. So that's another red flag that comes up with NKLA Motors. Now, when we look at this article, Trevor Milton, the founder of NKLA's net worth went up to $10 billion due to his shares gaining so much money. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I feel like Trevor Milton is mostly in it for the money rather than the actual company's technology advancement. So compared to Tesla, the reason I'm comparing it to Tesla so much is because Tesla is the perfect example of what a new electric car company should be. So Tesla has always had the mentality of putting its technology first, while Nikola seems to be putting money first when it comes to most things, rather than really focusing on the technology. And as many people know, Nikola has actually sued Tesla before in the past based on corporate espionage, where they were able to see the mock-ups of the Tesla semis, and they were able to sue for the door. Now, this just shows why Nikola is just bad. It's just a bad company. They have bad intentions. They're in it for the money rather than the advancements in the industry, because Tesla's founder, Elon Musk, has said multiple times that its number one goal is to advance the industry of electric vehicles, and for that reason, he doesn't put patents, because he wants other companies to use it if it means that it'll bring much more advancement to the industry of electric vehicles. He really wants to bring the innovation on a boost. So this is something that makes Tesla such a successful company and allows it to bring out these great vehicles, because they're working on the technology first, while Nikola seems to be more oriented towards money. Now, right here we have a Forbes article, the title being Nikola Motors Bombshell Battery Claims Irks Experts Who Think Its Secret May Lie in Sulfur. So the reason I bring up this article is because if we come down here, they talk about the claims being only 40% of the weight and half the cost of 270 lithium-ion cells used in Tesla. So already the founder is claiming, or Nikola Motors is claiming, that they're much better than Tesla. And this is something that is kind of annoying in my opinion, because it seems like the whole point of this is that the Nikola Motors company has a massive vendetta against Tesla, because in every interview he's boosting his own ego, saying that he's one of the only people that can take on Tesla and that Tesla's following in Nikola's footsteps. It's just very bad character for a founder and I guess the leader of this company, because you want to see somebody that's striving to bring innovation rather than challenge. So here's an important part of this article. Here we can see that Sam Jafe, if that's how you pronounce his last name, he says, "I have strong convictions that it's safe to dismiss this out of hand. Their claims are ridiculous." Now, he's the director of Boulder, Colorado-based consulting firm Cairn Energy Research Advisors. So you know this guy has actual experience in this field. He knows what he's talking about. He's an expert, and he himself says that what Nikola is claiming is just outright ridiculous and that you can automatically dismiss it. Now, the biggest reason that I believe that Nikola is a bad company is not because of everything that I've brought up about its 7 things that it's working on, or that it has nothing to prove, because yes, it might have some things behind the scenes and it could very well bring something out, but my biggest concern is that there's not much revenue. It hasn't brought anything to the market. There's no income. So that's really one of my biggest worries, because we're in the middle of a recession. Many businesses, big companies like Hertz or Chuck E. Cheese or a bunch of these big companies that have been making money and that were considered possibly blue chip, these companies are now going bankrupt. So my biggest worry is, what's a company like Nikola that's bringing in no money and that has nothing on the market which could bring in some money except its pre-orders? How is this going to outlast a recession? And while doing that, simultaneously building new technology, building actual factories to build these cars, and on top of that, having to build actual places to charge these cars or give them fuel. So this is my biggest concern, because it's very well possible that it could have these things. It's just that it needs to have some revenue, or else how is it going to survive this pandemic unless it wants to go into extreme debt, and then in that case it might as well go bankrupt in a few years. So that is my main concern, and that's what people should be really looking out for. So my predictions for this company are that it's either going to go bankrupt, or the stock is just going to crash because people are going to realize how outrageous these claims are and that this company might just be a whole sham. So, yeah, that's basically my opinion. And there could be actual car released in the next few years, but I think that if Nikola ever does release a vehicle, that it's not going to be what it's been promising, because its promises of this new energy or this new way of powering this car and these insane statistics and specs, all of these things are just outrageous. So I do believe that it could release a car, but it won't be much of an innovation, and it might just be a normal electric car that's not going to be as insane as we've seen or what they've said. So it could very well release a car, but it's definitely not going to be what it claims. So that's basically my overview of Nikola, and that's why I'm not buying into it, and that's why I believe that people that are buying into it are going to be very disappointed in the long run, realizing that this company is not what it seems, and it's a scam in my opinion. So thanks for watching. Tell me what you guys believe down in the comments, and yeah, tell me if you've made some profit off this company. I'm genuinely interested, and I'll answer any of the comments down below. Look out for this weekend for the stocks that I recommend. Have a great day.